Hello people, only PvP Catters here, and in this video I decided to do something not about PvP. This is gonna be full guide about hunting in Red Dead Online with theory, practical advices, some life hacks and stuff like how much money you can make hunting in different areas of this world. So let's begin with some theory. In Red Dead Online, any animal has its own quality, and its quality shown by the number of stars it has by its name. 1 star is a poor quality, 2 stars good quality, and 3 stars is a perfect quality of his corpse and the pelt you can get from it. Number of stars you can see in a bottom right screen corner, as you can see here. This corpse and pelt quality affects how much money you can get selling it to the butcher, and with poor quality you, for example, get $1 for something, then with good quality you're gonna get 1.5 times more, which means $1.5, and with perfect quality again 1.5 times more, which means $2.25, for example. And I also must mention that there is no way to get better quality of the pelt than the quality of the corpse of this animal. For example, if the animal is 2 stars, the best quality of pelt you can get from it is 2 stars. So in order to get maximum profit from hunting, we want not to ruin the corpse quality. And to do so, we have to kill the animal with 1 shot into the head or to the body, which is important, because at the beginning I thought that it only has to be a headshot, but no, you can kill animals with body shot and not to ruin the quality of the corpse and pelt. But this body shot should be made not from any weapon, with a specific weapon, specific caliber. And for each category of animals there should be different caliber of the weapon. So let's begin to talk about what are 4 main categories of the animals in this game. And I divided all the animals into 4 categories by the way what you can do with the pelt and corpse. So the first category is the smallest animals and birds, small game. For example, quails, squirrels and stuff like that. You can only put the whole corpse into your hunting bag. So in order to not to ruin the quality of the corpse of the smallest animals, you have to hunt them with specific weapon. It's a bow with small game arrow. It's the only way. Even varmint ruins the quality of the corpses. And to get these arrows you have to craft them, buy receipt and craft. Second category of animals is, I call them mediocre animals, such as rabbits, different birds like owls and stuff like that. So you can attach 2 of these to your saddle, 1 with each side, and the pelts that you can get from them you also bring to your hunting bag. So only way not to ruin the quality of this corpse, of these mediocre animals, is to hunt them with varmint rifle. Even bow with small game arrows for some reason decreases the quality of these corpses of these animals, like rabbits and stuff like this. They're not too much effective, but you still can have $1 here and there hunting on these small animals. Next category is bigger animals, and this is bread and butter for each hunter. Most of the money you're gonna get from these animals, such as deers, rams, foxes, coyotes. All of this animal go to this category, and with this category we can put only 1 corpse on our horse and put as many pelts as we want to the back of our horse too, with only exception of pigs, because you as well can put as many pelts on your horse, but you cannot lift up their body for some reason, I don't know, but they are still these big animals. So the way not to ruin the pelt of these animals is first kill them with headshots from bow, from any rifle, even repeater can be good in some cases. Or kill them with one body shot from the rifle. It won't ruin the pelt too, but you have to use rifle and hit exactly in a chest or stomach. Other ways you can ruin and decrease the quality of your pelt. And the last category of animals is a big game. I mean, biggest animals ever, like wapiti, alligators and bears. And they are so big that we cannot put up their corpse at all. We can only pick one of their pelts and put it on the back of our horse instead of a corpse of just a big animal like a deer, or for example small alligator, despite the fact it's also an alligator, but it counts not as a big game but just a big animal. To get perfect quality from these big game animals, we should kill them with one shot from the rifle into the head. Repeaters could be used too, but they not always working for some reason, and even more, sometimes rifle don't kill them without ruining the pet and corpse quality. So to make sure that you are making this perfect kill, I recommend you to use poisoned arrows, and to be honest, that's the only use you can find for these arrows. And only downside is that you're gonna wait some time until the animal dies, otherwise you will decrease the quality of the pelt if you finish him somehow. And now when we're done with this theory part, let's talk about some practical advices. And tip number one is use eagle eye when you're hunting. To activate this, you should put in the same time both of your controller sticks. This will bring you to this eagle eye mode, in which you will see animals from far, especially in the night. Also in this mode you will be able to track down animals, and to do so, which is tip number two, you should press a button and follow this animal or focus on tracking. I don't know how does it sound in English, but I hope you got me right. It works similar way as in The Witcher 3, for example. Tip number three is to use painted black while you're hunting. It not only will help you to do headshots, but also with painted black you can mark all the spawn of animals and before they run away finish them off. But in order to do so, I recommend you to sneak. And how do you sneak? You sit down and move pretty slow, and the way that you are sneaking at the moment indicated by the color of your arrow on the mini radar, and now you can see that it's like transparent gray or something. It means other players or animals don't see you on the map. That's how you can get really close to the animal and kill it with pistol shot or use a lasso on them, and that's my next tip. You can lasso the animal and then put it to you, or rather come closer to it, and finish it off with a knife. This way you won't ruin the quality of the pelt or corpse, but it's extremely violent, I must admit. Next tip is to use traps, or whatever they call it in English. So the point is, you go to the some place on the map where the animal can spawn. For example, I will hunt predators now, not like predators from TV show, but real animal predators. Put this trap and this should attract this animal. So then we go somewhere and hide, and then we wait for this animal to come for us. And as you can see here, this predator is a wolf. It used to be a puma, I mean cougar, not the cougar, puma it's in Russian, but now it's a wolf. It's inflation, I guess. Easy kill, perfect skin. And another thing about lasso, this is well known, but I think I have to mention it. In order to bring one more corpse of the animal to the butcher, you can lasso it and bring it straight to the butcher. But I recommend you to do so only when you hunt it down somewhere close to the butcher. Like here you can see I'm close to Blackwater, and that's why I'm doing it. You won't ruin the quality of pelt or corpse for some reason, I don't know. That's not realistic. But this corpse will always hit some rocks, fence, trees, and you will fall down from your horse. It's not worth it, it's not worth your time. But if you are really close to the butcher, why not get this few extra bucks, right? Another useful tip is to know that mechanics that when you're not watching at your corpse, not at your corpse, but at the corpse of the animal you just killed, it might disappear. You now can see this on the radar, it's really close, the second animal, but when we're not seeing it because of this small hill around us, it will disappear and never come back. I don't know where they go, maybe it's aliens or some stuff like that. Anyway, beware that this works this way. So now let's talk about some profit you can make from hunting. And in order to do so, I hunted in each region of the game for about 15-20 minutes. That's not much, but numbers were pretty much the same, and overall dollar per hour turned out to be the same as I was expecting. So I believe these are actual numbers. And I must say one thing, that I wasn't grinding or farming specific animals to maximize my profit. I was just riding, relaxing, hunting for pure enjoyment, because I like hunting in this game. It's one of the things that Rockstar did right, one of the few things, let's say that. So I was just taking my time hunting. So the first area that I checked was land around Tumbleweed. On average, I made the $2.05 per minute by hunting. And this is not something unexpected for me, because there are no deers, which are probably one of the biggest sources of our profit. Yes, there is a cougar, but there is no too expensive birds around, unlike in Saint-Denis. There are rabbits, you can do them too, but overall they're just mostly the rams, and they're pretty cheap, despite the fact you can hunt them pretty easily. Anyway, that's not my favorite land for hunting, not because it's not that rich with animals, but because it's super rich with griffers. I don't know why, but in my experience it's pretty much always griffers party in Tumbleweed, and therefore butcher gets glitched, and there is no other butcher around for like half of the map, and there's nothing you can do about it. And of course, because there are that many griffers, you also can get killed before you even get to the butcher, so it will decrease your overall expectation from hunting. And jumping from the least favorite area for hunting to the most favorite area, and this one I call North. It's places around Strawberry and Valentine, and I like them not because they looks like the Siberia, because I never been to Siberia, I hopefully never will, but because there are lots of deers and I like to hunt them, and there are pretty good there. My English is perfect, and I like the nature. By this I mean I like the view, and I like that there is pretty much no one around, no one is hunting there, no one is doing some stupid stuff, and you know, you feel free. And yes, there are some griffins in Valentine, but pretty much always it's empty in Strawberry, so you can be sure that you will sell all your stuff to the butcher without problem. As a result, I made $2.20, which is per minute, which is not that much, but some reasonable and fair money, which is important in hunting. Maybe it's not much, but it's a fair job. Next area I checked was New Hanover, I guess it's pronounced this way, but probably not. And there I made the most with this testing. I made almost $3 per minute. It's probably because I was pretty lucky with animal spawning. I met many perfect deers and perfect rabbits on this trip. Last but not least is Les Monts, is places around Saint-Denis, and during this test I made only 2.5 $12 per minute, which is extremely small number, but usually I make so much more there because there are many these expensive birds and alligators are so easy to farm and you can get some easy money from there. But anyway, let's sum up the results of my test. Overall, during this hunting trips, I made around $140 per hour, which is pretty good result for this max relaxed hunting. And I believe that these numbers are quite accurate because many people in comment to Russian video told me that they have the same numbers over the long period of time, and I believe that my numbers were actually pretty much the same after Rockstar fixed it, or I would rather say nerfed a little bit hunting like months or 2 months ago. So now guys, you know some tips, advices, theory, and you know what to expect from this easy mode hunting. And by that I must say goodbye and thank you for watching. See ya.